Welcome, race fans, to MaxSpeedTV as we're going to bring you live flag-to-flag coverage of tonight's SSCA action. It's already started, though, because we had some technical difficulties, but we've got them sorted out now, so we missed the first lap, so we apologize for that. But I want to welcome in Charles Smith to the booth, so welcome, Charles.
Yep, thank you. Glad to be here.
And also can't forget Michael on the cameras as well. But so far your pole sitter is William Hartman. He's leading this race, and he's led the first 2 laps, and he's looking pretty strong out here. And he took the show last week there at Gateway, excuse me, and he's got a great start to his night here tonight at Chicagoland. All right, well, sorry for the little bit of delay there again, folks, as trying to get everything going here as the SSCA had a little bit of problems with the room tonight trying to get her set up, and we did as well, but we're here now, and the race is going. We're 7 laps into the race now, and your pole sitter was William Hartman. He's still out front leading this race. Scott Seaman is in second place here. He started 3rd in the 99 truck. We've got Kevin Fetty. He started 2nd. He's currently running in 3rd. Jeff Martin started 5th. He's running in 4th. Michael Dullard started 6th. He's running in 5th. Ralph Vorst started 4th. He's running in 6th. Chris Scala started 9th, running in 7th. Ray Richer started 7th, running in 8th. Judd Danielson started 10th, running in 9th. Sean Kayla started 8th, running in 10th. Daniel Jackson just got passed by David Javias, so David Javias started 15th, running in 11th. Daniel Jackson started 11th, running in 12th. Joe Johnson started 17th, running in 13th. Jeffrey Johnson Jr. started 13th, running in 16th. He lost some positions there. Steve Seegers got around him. He started 16th, running in 14th. Jason Eisenhower started 18th, running in 15th. Mike Donahue started 12th, running in 17th. Robert McFarland started 14th, running in 18th. Mark McFadden started 20th, running in 19th. And Russ Coe, last truck on the field, started 21st, running in 20th.
All right, why don't you give us a rundown on the stages for this race?
Yes, sir. Stages for tonight's race are 33, 33, and 66. 132 lap race, 200 miles. Tonight's race is the Top Shelf Auto Detailing 200. Top Shelf Auto Detailing is Raleigh, North Carolina's most experienced auto detailer with over 30 years of experience. Call Robert at 919-883-7497 to get your car looking new again.
Yeah, like you were talking about, our leader, William Hartman, he got on the wall a little bit, and he's lost a lot of ground.
You're right, yeah, he did, and it looks like Scott Seaman there in the 99 truck's caught up to him a little bit. He was about a half a second back. Now he's only about 2/10 back.
I wonder. I don't know if you've noticed or not with iRacing just having the wheel. If you look up there on top, you can actually really see the rubber really good.
Yeah, you can.
I wonder. It actually, I think he might have got into it a little bit, and that's what pushed him up in the wall.
Yeah, I think you're right. Well, let's check here and see what the conditions are tonight here. I don't know if iRacing tells you. Yeah, track conditions. Marbles and dust are left on track from practice. Track has monitored usage for qualifying, and track is carried over from qualifying to race. So I think they actually, Charles, for this room, to where they had to remake the room, I think they actually put the marble percentage up a little bit to actually put some rubber buildup and make it, mimic that they had more practice than what they had in this session.
You might be right.
But we have a 0 incident limit and 0 fast repairs. If anybody's truck gets destroyed or damaged tonight, they're going to have to sit on pit road and let the virtual pit crew repair their damage. It's a 1.5 mile track of Chicagoland Speedway here tonight, 4 turns, 43 max pit stalls. And we've got an 80% fuel limit here, so they're not running a full fuel cell. So that means they will have to, there'll be a little bit, less with that and probably more pitting than what the actual trucks would actually have to on a 132 lap race. And we'll take a look at weather conditions here for you. It's clear conditions, 73 air temperature with a 103 degree track temperature, and the winds are coming from the west at 7 miles per hour. So they're not running. I think that wind 7 miles per hour. Do you think it can play any factor at all in this?
Depending on which direction that would be, it could.
You know what? Let's
try and look for some flags. I don't really see any.
I got a way to tell here. We'll just go look on the trusty Google Maps and see which way the track actually faces. Let's see here. Interesting. So that means the wind, if it's coming from the west, it's blowing right across the racetrack when they're coming out of turn 4. So when they're coming out of turn 4, the wind is hitting the side of the truck. So
southwest right now. Well, now it's south.
Oh,
it's
south. So now it's a headwind. Now it's pushing against them if they're coming out of turn 4. So now the wind is changing. So I mean, if it's coming from the south, we'll just say when you see them on the video footage here, when you see them coming out of turn 4, if the wind's coming from the south, that's pushing on them. If it's coming from the west, it's pushing on the side of the truck that's on the passenger side. If it's coming from the north, it's actually pushing them.
We got a caution.
Oh, yes, we do.
Looks like Daniel Jackson is involved.
And Steve Seegers, excuse me. Where did Tim come from? I have no idea. But let's go back and take a look at this.
It looks like Daniel Jackson in the 21 truck made contact, and that kind of checked everybody up behind him.
Yeah, it looks like I think you're right about that. Yep, and just poor Steve Seegers had nowhere to go. Well, first caution is out here, folks, and man, detrimental night to Steve Seegers. He does have a blown motor. You can see he is smoking there along the back straightaway. As I mentioned earlier, no quick fixes, so that means that he's going to have a lengthy stay on pit road to get that truck assessed and repaired. And here comes leaders down pit road.
I'm kind of shocked to see him pit here.
Yeah, William does have a little bit of damage onto the right side of that 67 truck. So I mean, he's probably going to try to get his team to assess that and see what repairs they can do on that. Scott Seaman will come down pit road. Looks like Chris Scala, however, and Kevin Fetty will stay out. And it also looks like Ray Richards stayed out too. And there's some more people back here that stayed out. Ralph Vorsch stayed out. Joe Johnson stayed out. We also got Jeffrey Johnson Jr. staying out, and Jason Eisenhower. And it looks like we've also got somebody there behind Jason, Russ Coe. He stayed out as well. I don't know if there's anybody behind Russ Coe. Let's see. No. So we had a lot of drivers stay out there.
That's actually what I figured they would do. I mean, because some people are, maybe they're playing an in-game. They want to be able to get, not pit under the stage caution and take the lead once the pitting is done.
Yes.
Also, this is a good time to talk about, since this is the first bit of pit stops, since there's a new rule, you have to drive around. It's iRacing rule, so they have to follow it, and you have to stay on the apron until the blue cone.
Yeah, so anybody watching here tonight, we thank you for tuning in to MaxSpeedTV tonight, watching this SSCA action. And if it's your first time here, please do hit that like and subscribe button. Or if you're a returning, MaxSpeedTV viewer, hit the like button. But what Charles was talking about, yes, if any of you are familiar with how iRacing works, there's a new rule to iRacing after yesterday's build. You used to be able to come right out of pit road and come back up onto the racetrack, and iRacing will not black flag you. But league discretions, if they have live admins and they saw that, they could black flag you for that. But most of them would let it slide. So now, though, iRacing has implemented the rule. You can't change it. You can't turn it off. You must enter or exit, what I'm saying, re-enter the track on the backstretch. And right there where the pace car was, if you can see it right there, there's a blue cone right there where turn 2 ends. So most tracks now, well, all tracks now have, even the road courses, they have that blue cone at some point of the racetrack, and you have to abide by that rule. But another thing to state is that SSCA is bending iRacing's rule a little bit, and if somebody does happen to pull out on the track before they pass that cone, then what SSCA will do is, because they said the iRacing's penalty is a stop and go for disobeying that rule. But if you disobey it here in SSCA, they will make it a pass-through penalty only. So once you hit pit road, they will clear the flag, and all you gotta do is just pass through, and your penalty will be served. So big news for that. And as I talked to Charles here yesterday about that, it's going to take some getting used to for a lot of us who drive race cars here on iRacing, because we're so used to either just exiting pits in certain areas and and that. So it will take some getting used to, and I'm pretty sure these guys over here will as well.
Yeah, definitely. I'm not going to say any names and throw anybody in their bus, but I've already seen it. I've already seen somebody come straight out of the pits in their qualifying and went straight on the track.
So yeah, we'll keep a watch on that and see if anybody else does that tonight. I don't think I saw it there on this caution, but if it was, I missed it. If anybody did do it, but well, we've got a lot of guys that stayed out here though. Let's see, the top 7 stayed out, and but what do you think that's going to be? Having a 20-lap run here, about a 20-lap run on tires here. Do you think the guys that have fresher tires now, Charles, will have an advantage over these guys?
I mean, they probably would, but that's a lot of cars to get through to get to the front.
Exactly.
I mean, they've only got a few more laps to go, and the stage will be over.
Yep, it sure will. All right, pace car heads back into pit road, and there's the green flag. We're back underway here for the SSCA Michelangelo's Painting Truck Series Top Shelf 200 here at Chicagoland. Chris Scala and Ray Rich are battling side by side here going into turn 3, as it looks like Chris Scala will prevail and get that position from Ray Richer. Chris Scala is now going for the lead here on Kevin Petty.
Oh yeah, they're going 3 wide back in the field for around the, oh, they're not now, but they were for around the 10th spot there. They were going 3 wide.
Yeah, we got Sean Kalis, Scott Seaman, William Hartman, Ralph Vandervorst. A lot of trucks back here in this pack. Looks like Jeff Martin's back here as well. Yes, he is. Judd Danielson.
Chris Scala's making a move for the lead. He'll get it.
Yeah, he does get it, but can he hold on to it up on that high lane? I think he can, but It looked like Kevin Fetty was going to try to come back, but nope, Chris Scala will clear him. And man, he had about a truck length clearing him on that one. So Chris Scala to the lead here at Chicagoland.
Yeah, he had that high line really going up there.
Ooh, it looked like
they're 3 wide,
yeah.
They're really tight 3 wide too. And William Hartman drives right up into the bottom there.
They're still 3 wide. Here comes Sean Kalist. He about got into the side of the 15 truck there with Michael Dullard.
Yeah, and the guys that did not pit have fallen like a rock, except for Chris Scala. He's still up there in the lead.
Yes,
but doing a good job.
He is, but Judd Danielson's creeping up on him very slowly here.
That's amazing. That's 20 laps. That's a big difference in speed.
Yes, it is. But Chris Scala, exactly. And I mean, Sean Kalist didn't hit either. He's still kind of holding his own up here as well, but he's starting to fall back in now as Mike Dullard and William Hartman will get around him here. And here comes Mike Donahue. I don't know what happened to Scott, man. He just fell off the pace worse than any of the other guys did. And him and Kevin Fetty both, actually. Yeah, Chris Scala done an amazing job keeping it up there with those guys, but now he's falling way back here. He's now back there around 8th, 9th place here with Scott and Mike. Scott's going to pass him here now in the 99 truck, and he's going to fall back to, I think, 9th position. He was 8th, excuse me. So we got David Gervais in 9th and Kevin Fetty's in 10th. Joe Johnson's in 11th. Mark McFadden coming from 20th up to 12th. Danielson is your new race leader here after he passed up there Chris Scala a lap ago. And we've got Jeff Martin now coming up here into 2nd place. We'll keep an eye out on that number 16 truck of Jeff Martin. He's always quick. And here comes William Hartman back up here too.
Yeah, he's already moving top 5.
We got William Hartman making a move here on Jeff Martin. They about made contact there. They looked pretty close. I don't know if they did or not. I think William Hartman is going to clear him. Nope, they're still racing side by side. Man, Jeff is just power on that top side there, though. He's got a good truck up there. William Hartman's kind of struggling on the bottom.
Yeah, he's struggling with this. He's fighting it though. He's going to come back. He's going to keep trying. We know that.
Yes, sir. We know Jeff Martin's not going to give up either. But man, William Martin
got him there.
Yes, he did. That was another close call. They about made contact again. Man, those two racing hard. He will clear the pass and take 2nd. And here comes Michael Dullard trying to take 3rd from Jeff Martin now. That's another truck to watch out. Last week there at Gateway, Michael Dullard was a factor in that race. He had a fast truck, and he's got another fast one here, but something happened there.
Yeah, he got loose. He had to really get out of it.
Yeah, he really did. And that allows Sean Kalist to pass him here, and Sean will move into 5th. Or 4th, actually, now, yeah. And he's going, wow, he about made contact with Jeff Martin. That was a close call.
White flag for stage 1.
Yes, sir. White flag is out for stage number 1.
Who's going to get it? It's going to be Joe or is it going to be William?
Oh, it's a close call here, but we'll see. Looks like right now Judd Danielson's got the power move here. I mean, he's got the speed to keep the momentum, I should say, in front of William here. And coming to the line, it looks like it will be Judd Danielson. Yes. So
right,
congratulations
man,
to Judd Danielson. He is your stage 1 winner. We'll let these guys get through their pit stop cycles, and we're going to word in with Judd here momentarily. And here comes Judd Danielson, William Hartman, and some of the guys down pit road. Let's ride along with Judd here on pit road and watch his pit stop in action. And I believe Judd Danielson will win the race off pit road. Looks like Jeff Martin stayed out here. Yeah, he did. I think
Steve got Sealing and they got out. They must have took 2 tires. I think they got out in front of him.
I think they did. Yeah, you're right. But let's get a word in with Judd here. Judd.
Sir.
Well, Judd, tell us how it feels out there. You're a stage 1 winner tonight here at Chicagoland.
Well, you know, I tore up a set of tires to get that stage win, but I'd rather take the point. I will be back on cycle with everybody else at this moment, so we're just going to keep racing here, see what we can do.
Awesome. Well, we knew the new build for iRacing came out yesterday, and along with it came a new feature, or a new rule, you should say, and with the pit exit. What's your thoughts on that?
You know, it works just fine for me. I got some practicing last night with it, so we know better than if you turn it on, leave it off, whatever you want to do. Just don't do anything with those tires before that cone passes your truck, you know. So I haven't had any issues with it so far. As long as they leave that cone out there, I'm good.
Awesome. Well, Judd, what was your thoughts coming into tonight's race after last week's race at Gateway?
Oh, man. What a heartbreaker last week, huh? Nonetheless, tonight, you know, Chicago's a pretty fun track. The truck feels good. It feels good. I don't think they messed up with us too much here. The new features and stuff have been interesting enough to see. We'll go from there. You know, it's a new track. It's a new truck. We're gonna go racing tonight.
Awesome, and what a better way to get a reprieve from last week than come out here and get the first stage win.
Yeah, felt good. Thanks, man.
Yep, have a good rest of your race, Judd. Hope we'll talk to you later on.
Thanks, Ken.
Alrighty, so there you heard from your stage 1 winner, Judd Danielson. And looks like Jeff Martin will restart on point here.
Yeah, I'd say he's going to have a tough go of it on this stage too. I mean, he's going to be the only truck out there with old tires. So I imagine they're going to eat him alive. But I do think this will save him. You'll have those guys that pitted that first caution and then pitted into the stage caution.
Yeah,
they pretty much lost a tire set there.
They really have.
So this will kind of keep him from losing a set.
It will, yes. I just want to say hi to everybody in chat tonight. I see Kathy Stone's in there. Welcome back, Kathy. Michelle Eisenhower's in there. Welcome, Michelle. And everyone else that's in chat there as well. Hope you're enjoying tonight's SSCA Michelangelo's Painting Truck Series race here on MaxSpeedTV. Stage 1 is complete, and we're getting ready to start stage number 2 here. And there the pace car dives back into pit road. There's green flag. Back underway here from Top Shelf Auto Detailing 200. And a good restart there for Jeff Martin, Charles.
Yeah, surprisingly, I was worried there might be some tire spin, but no, he was able to get a good start.
Yes, he was. Wow, he's actually out to a good commanding lead here. He has a couple truck links on second place. That's Judd Danielson.
But they're coming fast.
Yes,
they are.
Him and William Hartman. We know Williams wanting to get back up there and lead the race because he started on the pole position. Hey, Jeff Martin led some laps, and he got a bonus point for that. So, and there goes Judd Danielson taking over the lead now. William Martin will take over second. Jeff Martin will fall back to third. Now we got Mike Donahue back here racing with Scott Seaman for fourth position. Can Mike take it from Scott?
And William took the lead from Judd.
Yes, he did. And it looks like Mike Donahue will need to get that position from Scott, and he will move into the fourth position. Now Scott's getting raced here by, looks like David Gervais. David's going to try to get right here. And also here comes Chris Scala. And it looks like it's on the short end of that stick, sadly. Something amiss on that 99 truck. He's going back fast.
Yeah, I do see some damage on it. I see this was on there before the stage caution. I don't know what exactly happened to him. I never saw anything.
Yeah, now that you mentioned that, I am seeing that 99 on damage on the 99 truck of Scott. Don't really know what happened to him there, but we'll keep tabs on that as the race goes through and see what we got. Mark McFadden racing with him now, and Mark's going to pass up Scott there in the 99 truck, and he'll move into the next position there. And Scott Seaman going back fast. Here comes Ray Richard passing now. Yeah, that damage must be really hurting his truck. But back up front, William Hartman is back in the race lead here. And what a commanding lead he's already got over Judd Danielson. He already has a 4/10 of a second lead, almost half a second. see how much farther he's pulled away from 8/10 of a second, almost a full second. Wow, William Hartman on the rails again tonight. Got a little bit of a rocky start to his first stage, but after this restart here, looks like he's collected himself and got it all back together. He's back up front. Chris Scala has moved into third position here. He's 3 seconds off of second place, though. He's 4 seconds back from the leader. David Gervais is running in fourth place. He's got Mike Donahue right on him. Another good night for Mike Donahue here in the 70 truck after he had a past couple of races were kind of bad for him after having a good run in the one before those. And now he's kind of getting a reprieve here tonight and getting back up into a good race. We got Ray Richer running in sixth right now, and Kevin Fetty's right behind him. Joe Johnson's in eighth. Jeff Martin's falling back tonight, but now he is getting battled here from Jeffrey Johnson Jr. as Jeffrey got around Mark McFadden there, moved into 10th. But Jeff Martin's now on the verge of getting pushed back to 10th position. And Jeffrey Johnson Jr. moves into 9th. And Scott Seaman went all the way back to 13th place, Charles. That damage must be really affecting his truck.
Yeah, also, we think he might have took 2 tires, so, maybe there's something, maybe the truck's not liking the 2 tires.
Yeah, I think you might be right. I don't know what happened to Michael Dullard in the 15 truck, but I think he must have just took 2 tires too, or had a bad pit stop or something.
I think he did too, yeah.
Because he's way back here at 15th, and he was up in the top 5 before that stage, so wow. Sean Kalist, wow, he's back here too. I think he must have only took 2 as well.
It almost seems like maybe no tire is better than 2.
Yeah. Yeah, and we know Chris Scala really showed that one. So back up front, though, William Hartman now has a 1.3 second lead over second place Judd Danielson. Looks like William Hartman got a little loose there coming off turn 2.
Nah, that's actually normal. I've been seeing that from him all night.
Okay. And it looks like everybody's just kind of spread out right now. There's really no action going on.
Except for the 10th between Mark McFadden and Jeff Martin. They're battling. I think they might have just touched a little bit.
They did. Whew, man, that battle is heating up fast with Mark McFadden and Jeff Martin. If they don't stop that battle, and they're going to get Robert McFarland to catch them here, and Robert's going to come up here and possibly pass them. Looks like maybe he might be having a little bit of trouble getting into the corners. He come off really high off of turn 2 there. Almost up near the wall.
Yeah, I saw a truck like that hitting the wall.
Only truck I'm seeing back here with damage on the side of the walls on is the 99. He might have scraped it again. I don't know. Let's you know what? I'll rewind mine back and I'll take a look here and see.
Yeah, he did get in the wall.
He did, yeah. Tough break for the 99 of Scott Seaman. He's just not having a good night. here at Chicagoland, that 99 Chevy. Whew.
Oh, and you were talking about Jeff Martin and Mark McFadden battling. They would allow Robert to catch him. Well, Robert got around Mark McFadden.
He did, yep, and that got those two spread out now. And will Mark McFadden start battling Robert to try to get that position back? He looked to the inside there, but he wasn't able to close up the deal there. Man, he gets right up to the back bumper, Robert McFarland. Wow, Robert will hold him off here. McFarland just trying his best to hold Mark McFadden at bay there, and he's done the job of that. But Mark's coming back hard in these corners. Looks like Mark can get the run into the corner, but then Robert can get the run off.
Yeah, I mean, this is all for that last stage point, 10th place.
Yes, it is. Yep, we know Mark McFadden's wanting to get around Robert McFarland to get that stage point. Or he has to get back. He's going to get Jeff Martin too. Yeah, he's going to get by Jeff Martin too. Yeah, I have my positions crossed up there, folks, so I apologize if I was thinking Robert was in 10th, but no, Jeff Martin is. So if Mark McFadden wants to get that stage point, he's got to get by both of them. But Robert McFarland now, he can just get around Jeff Martin, and he'll be able to get that. He's looking to pass here. He dove it low. I don't know if it's going to be able to stick. No, he didn't get good enough momentum of a run to get around him there. I think what Robert's going to need to do here is he's going to need to get on that high side to try to get a run on him, because it looked like that high lane's been dominant for a while, but I don't know if it is now or not. It might be kind of going away.
Well, really, so when he's going to pass him, he's going to go whatever lane Jeff's not in.
Exactly. He's usually running that bottom that I've been seeing. Yeah, he'll dive it right there. Well, he's staying in the middle lane now. I think Jeff's kind of maybe testing the track here, kind of, you can say testing the water to, kind of see if he's just, got the playbook out there, seeing what he can do here, just, changing, lanes, trying different lanes, see which one's more grippy, seeing which one's less grippy, and, trying to, see which lane best suits his driving style. Back up front, William Hartman on rails. He has a 2.5-second lead over Judd Danielson. I like a 2.7 now. We're closing in on the stage finish, lap 66. So coming to the line here, we'll have 6 laps to go in stage number 2.
Oh, Jeff Martin came in the pits. I guess he was going to need a caution to make it, but he's not going to be able to make it to the end of the stage.
No, he's not. That's a tough break there. I think there's a possibility that, did he go a lap down?
I think he did. He had to. Yeah, he did.
That leaves Russ Coe on the last truck on the lead lap here in 17th position. But when that stage caution comes out, nobody else gets in trouble. Jeff Martin should be the lucky dog recipient. And we're coming back around the line here. And when William Hartman gets back around the line, it'll be 2 to go, stage 2. All right, coming to the line, folks. White flags out for stage number 2, 1 to go. And coming off turn 4, coming to the start-finish line, William Hartman will be your stage 2 winner. So congratulations to William Hartman on winning stage number 2 tonight here for the Top Shelf Auto Detailing 200.
All right, man.
We'll let him get through the pit stop cycle here. Get down and have a chat with him. So far tonight, though, we've only had, I think, 1 caution there in stage 1. Stage 2 went caution free.
I actually don't know how he managed to miss it, but it looks like when Jeff, he was 10th, and when he pitted, somehow Ralph was able to get around Robert and Mark McFadden.
Yeah.
Take 10th.
He did, yeah. We did miss that.
I didn't even notice that.
I didn't either. Wow, so yeah, Ralph Vanderhorst will get that 10th place stage point. And here come the leaders down pit road. We are past halfway now, so less than 66 laps to go. Ooh, William Hartman had to pull back up in his pit stall a little bit. I think he was too far back. We'll see if that hurts him, though. May not. You didn't have to back up. You just had to pull up a little bit. And it will. Judd Danielson wins the race off pit road. Let's get a word in here with William Hartman. William Hartman, you got a copy?
Yes, I do.
Well, you're our stage 2 winner tonight here at Chicagoland. Tell us how it feels.
Oh, it feels pretty good after the way the race started for me. Big old driver error out of turn 2 there, lap 15 or so, and man, we hit the wall pretty hard, but luckily we got everything fixed up, I think, or as best that we can for the race, and it turned out pretty good for us in the second stage, so we'll see how it ends up here.
That it did. Well, tell us about the pit stop here on the second stage. Looks like Judd Danielson beat you off pit road.
Yeah, I was a little short in the box, so ended up giving up that lead, but that's all right. We'll bounce back here. It's been fun racing with Judd all night. It seems like we've been right together the entire night, so he and I kind of worked our way up through the field together, so it'll be fun to race him here for the lead.
Yeah, it's you and him probably got 2 of the fastest trucks out here tonight, it looks like. So I say that you 2 will put on a great show. Well, we asked him earlier when he won the first stage, and let's see how you feel on this. iRacing's new build came out yesterday. Well, I about to say last week. I have no idea, but iRacing's new build came out yesterday, and with it was a slew of new items. One of those new items was a new rule indicating that you must exit on the backstretch now, or you'll get black flagged if you don't. I know a lot of the guys over here at SSCA usually are under caution. They would always come straight out of the pits. Well, what's your thoughts on that now?
Yeah, definitely shakes things up a little bit for how our league usually runs. Generally, for us, we were allowed to merge as long as we weren't getting in anybody's way. So if we get to a point of green flag pit stops, we're really going to have to watch out for that, and being able to run the apron as fast as possible is going to be huge. You're not going to be able to jump right up on the racetrack like you could previously. So We did practice that quite a bit, trying to optimize that apron time if we do have to use it. So we'll be looking. I'm kind of hoping for green flag pit stops. I think it'll be interesting to utilize that new feature.
Exactly. Well, we'll see how that plays out for everyone tonight, as that is a new feature. And is it kind of, throwing a, as you said, I guess you could kind of say a curveball, because since you haven't been used to it?
Yeah, it's definitely quite different. Most places, especially like getting out of the pits and getting that first up to speed lap, usually you can kind of jump up on the racetrack, get up in the high grooves, and use a lot of racetrack to build up your momentum, whereas now you're kind of limited in that. So it's definitely thrown a bit of a curveball, but something I think that we can definitely adapt to.
Awesome. I kind of think it's more like on the lines of the, access roads like Homestead and Gateway and Indy have, and now you just have to use it. So, But, all right, William, well, once again, congratulations on your Stage 2 win here, and good luck in the rest of the race.
All right, thank you.
All right, folks, there you heard from your Stage 2 winner, William Hartman, and we're going to get this race, get it ready to get back underway. Get them going this time, Charles.
All right, 10-4. Alright, there goes the pace car down the pit road.
Green flag, green flag.
And green flag, we're back on the way here at Chicagoland for the Top Shelf AutoDetailing.com 200. There goes William Hartman, already looking to take that lead, and he will get it.
Coming along here, we've got 60 laps of racing remain here at Chicagoland. Wow, Chris Scala battling Judd Danielson here now. As Kevin Fetty got around him, but William Hartman back out to a command lead. Where did Jeffrey Johnson Jr. come from? Wow, look at him, he's up here in this mix. As of right now, I think Jeffrey Johnson Jr. is having one of the best runs of his season so far here. He's got company here behind him. Ray Richer in the 44 truck. He's looking to pass. Here comes Mike Donahue behind Ray Richer. Well, no more stage cautions will follow in this race. They're going to run it out to the finish now, but we could get cautions for some incidents. We've only got one caution for incident so far in the race tonight. That happened back in Stage 1. Stage 2 went caution free. We'll see if the last stage of the race here will go caution free as well. But I will say one thing. They have clicked off a lot of laps here tonight with only having one caution.
Yeah, they've been doing a good job of keeping out of each other for the most part. But, they could have just been taking it easy, and now it's time to go. We might see some
Exactly.
action.
I think you're right. I mean, we've got the whole front pack jumbled up here. I mean, we got new drivers up here that haven't been up here most of the night. And Kevin Fetty's been up here once, and he's back up here now. Jeffrey Johnson Jr. hasn't even been in the top 5 all night. This is his first time up here. He's having a great run. Chris Scala's back in the top 5. Ray Richards up in the top 10 now. And Michael Dollard's found his way back to the top 10 as he was up in the top 5 in some portions of Stage 1 tonight. So Michael back on the move, trying to get back up there. Wow, we've got him battling Mike Donahue here. And Mike's trying to take that position back away from Michael. Question is, can it work for him on the high side? He does have some trucks helping him up there. I mean, we got Ray Richer up there. Ralph Vandervorst up there. I don't know why I said Ray Richer. Ralph will take it back down the bottom here now, and he'll go back behind Michael Dullard. Sean Kalist was kind of straddling the middle there, kind of, being in between there. Wow, we got the 99 truck there of Scott Seaman, man. Where was he going to? He just come all the way from the top and went down to the apron there. Wow, that was a crazy move and a gutsy one at that, and he will get around Sean Kalis, it looks like, and go into 11. But Sean's will battle back on the high side here really hard, and he's going to keep that position. And he's going to say, nope, I'm going to keep you behind me for now, Scott. Wow, look at this up here in front of Sean Kalis. Ralph Vorst was trying to get around Mike Donahue, but that didn't go too well. He had to back off. And I think Michael Dullard's liking that. The more these three back here keep racing, the more he can pull away.
Yep, the more he can focus on catching Joe Johnson and not worry about being passed from behind.
Exactly, and Jeffrey Johnson Jr. has his mirror full of Ray Richer right now. Judd Danielson's got a mirror full of Chris Scala. Kevin Fetty's got a mirror full of Judd Danielson. But William Hartman, not really nobody in his mirror too bad. He can see him back there, but he's got about an 8/10 of the second lead over him there, and he's trying to get that up to a full second.
Also, Daniel Jackson, he was a lap down before that stage caution, and he got a wave around. He's now coming into pit, so he'll go right back a lap down.
Yeah.
And if he did a full fuel run, he was able to do 44 laps. So we'll see. We'll see how that plays out with the looming green flag pit stops, possibly.
It'll be interesting to see how far that can go exactly.
Well, I'm seeing some damage on. Oh, it looks. Yeah, I was replaying. It looks like Sean Kalis got in the back of Mike Donahue, and then he pushed up and got into Jeff Martin. But they all saved it and kept going.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, they did. You can see there is some damage over the 43 Toyota of Sean Kalis now. I don't think it's going to be performance impacting. It looks like kind of hard to tell. I mean, he looks like he has maybe slowed just a tad. I mean, it's not, maybe he lost a mile per hour, but I don't think that's going to hurt him too bad here at Chicagoland. But we'll keep tabs on that and see if it doesn't get any worse there for the 43 truck of Sean Kalis. Back up front, William Hartman has a 1.2 second lead over second place Judd Danielson. And that means he got by Kevin Fetty, so Kevin Fetty back to third, and Chris Scala closing in on Kevin now. So Kevin's going to be watching his mirror here and saying, look, I got to try to keep Chris behind me. And I see that there are two guys missing here tonight. Where is Chris Simmer and David Gainforth? They've never made it tonight.
Yeah, interesting. I could have swore I saw them in the practice rooms earlier. Maybe I didn't see them. I thought I did.
I know David Gainforth was in the one of the rooms there earlier they had an issue with, but I wonder why he never made it over to this room. Interesting. It looks like we got Jeff Martin taking his truck behind the wall, so tough break for Jeff Martin. He was on the lead lap too. I don't know what happened. Let's go back and see if we can find out.
I think it was that accident with who was it? I forgot who it was. Mike Donahue.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, the accident with Mike Donahue, I think that just gave him too much damage on his truck, and I think he was like, well, this late in the race, I don't think I'll be able to get back out there, so tough break for Jeff Martin. We've got Daniel Jackson will be getting that position now, as Daniel Jackson is only one lap down, and right here he should move into, and there he is. He moves into 18th position. Steve Seegers, though, man, tough night for Steve. He had a strong start, but got into an incident early and got some heavy damage on that 26 truck and popped the motor, and he's still sitting there on pit road with the damage repair. Sadly, he's out of contention in this race and won't be able to fight for a top 10 here tonight, as he's 62 laps down in 20th position. But back up front, William Hartman. He is 1.5 second lead over Judd Danielson in second place, and Kevin Fetty still racing here with Judd. Chris Scala's got a truck length between him and Kevin, and you know he wants to close that up and start racing with these two up here as well. Ray Richer, it's a little bit back to him and Jeffrey Johnson Jr., and then it's a little bit back to Michael Dullard with Joe Johnson, and then it's a little bit back to Ralph Vorst. You see him blink a little bit, and then everybody else is all spread out. They've got a couple truck links on one another here.
Yep, we're getting up to that point where I'm interested to see if anybody thinks there might be a green flag fill of this race. They could make it from here from now. So if somebody was to pit now, they'd make it.
Yeah. Well, folks, thanks for tuning in to MaxSpeedTV tonight here for your coverage here of SSCA Michelangelo's Painting Truck Series. Round number 11 here at Chicagoland for the Top Shelf Auto Detailing 200. Your Stage 1 winner was Judd Danielson. Stage 2 is William Hartman. And we still got yet to crown the race winner here, as we still have a lot of racing action remaining here from Chicagoland. So thanks for tuning in and stick around. We got some great racing still headed your way here, as we got William Hartman out in the race lead. He now has a 2-second lead over Judd Danielson. Wow, Charles, he's just back on rails again here in the final part of the race.
Yeah, he is.
So far, we've been caution-free from the stage restart. And I just said that, knock on wood. I probably jinxed it. Hopefully not, though.
Coming to his curse now. Well, it looks like we had the 48 of Mark McFadden came off of turn 2, hit the wall, slid down into the inside, and sliding through the grass, but he was able to save it and keep it going.
And tough break for that. Good job that he was able to save that and keep it going.
And he also decided to bring it down pit road and spun it out again, but he was able to make it into the cones.
Oh, man, just tough break for Mark McFadden having that happen to him. Ouch. Well, he's pulling out his pit stall now and coming back out onto the racetrack.
Also, Ralph Vanderhorst, he's came down the pit. So these guys, they're hoping this race goes green.
They are, yeah. Ralph's going in his pit stall now. Let's see if he's taking 4 tires here. I'm pretty sure he is. Right side tires going on. Left side tires going on, so a full service pit stop here for the 66 truck. And he's away. So far, I don't think I see anyone else on pit road. I think it was just those two that come down so far. Yeah, Russ Coe's still on track. Mike Donahue, Robert McFarland, Jason Eisenhower, Sean Kalis, Scott Seaman, David Gervais, Joe Johnson, Mike Dullard, Jeffrey Johnson Jr., Ray Richer, Chris Scala, Kevin Petty, Judd Danielson, and William Hartman are all still on the racetrack. Right now, though, we've only got one truck that's completely out of this race and taking a truck behind the wall. That was Jeff Martin. Steve Seegers is still sitting on pit road. And Daniel Jackson is 1 lap down along with Mark McFadden and Ralph Vorst. 15 trucks on the lead lap. Last truck on the lead lap is Mike Donahue.
Yeah, I think that damage that he got a while back has really hurt him.
I think it has.
I just watched Ralph on this new tire. He just blew by freaking Jason Eisenhower there, man. Whew.
Yes,
Big
he did.
difference.
Really big difference.
I wonder if that might get some of the other drivers thinking, maybe we need to think about pitting.
Might be.
Looking at the fastest last 15 laps, Ralph Vandervorst is the fastest out there right now.
Yes, he is. And Robert McFarland's on pit road now. Getting some service to that 00 Savage Motorsports Chevy Silverado. And he's away.
I do believe Scott Seaman has came in too. Yes, he has.
Yes, he did, yep. And our race leader, William Hartman's pulling off the pit road. He's in the pits. So that means Judd Danielson will take over the race lead here as green flag pit stop sounds like no, caution!
I do believe it might have been David Gervais losing it, trying to get into pit road.
Let's go back and take a look at this. David Gervais, I believe, is the culprit for this caution. I wouldn't really say culprit, but yeah, he used a different pairing of words there, I should say. Yeah, it looks like he just lost it there coming off turn 4. Really checked up hard, locked the brakes up on that 21 Chevy. Lit it right in there, and there was a truck right behind him when that happened, and I think that was Ralph Forst, and that's what brings out this caution.
That was Sean Kalis behind him.
That's weird. I'm seeing Ralph Forst passing him right there. Huh. Strange. That's who brought the caution on my end. But well, it looks like we had some technical difficulties there, folks, and we couldn't get the replay up for you, but this caution is David Gervais spinning, trying to make it to pit road. So tough break for David.
And also Sean Kalis, he spun out behind him trying to miss him.
Yeah, he did. Maybe that's who brought the caution. Maybe it was Sean.
One of them.
One of them, yeah. So either David Gervais or Sean Kalis here is the caution here on this one, folks. So this is caution number 2 of the night.
I'm still going to go with that it was David because he spun on track. Sean spun on the apron.
Okay, yeah, but it probably wasn't.
We got another car spin. David Gervais spin again under the yellow trying to spin.
No. I see that. Yeah, he did. Man, tough break for David. And he was blinking in the midst of all that, too. Man, tough break for David tonight. But man, this is going to change things up a little bit as William Hartman was on pit road when that caution came out, but I think he's back up front now.
Yeah, that'll give that he'll still keep the lead.
Yes, he will. So that was great for him. It looks like Jeffrey Johnson Jr. and Scott Seaman were trapped behind the pace car here, so they will get their laps back here if they don't come down pit road.
And David Gervais was given an EOL penalty, so
yes, he was.
He was.
And they are, yeah, race control is saying 21 caused the yellow, so yep, that was David Gervais. And we've got William Hartman coming down pit road. Judd Danielson will stay out here. He's already made his pit stop service here under this caution.
Yeah, very interesting considering they had just pitted, like he was on pit road, so
Kevin Fetty followed him in too.
There.
I think they might be topping their fuel tanks off, making sure they got enough to go from the end here.
And if they didn't get it full, yeah, then they would have to do that. But I saw Daniel Jackson do 44 laps on fuel, so
Yeah. If that's the case, then this pit stop for William Hartman and Kevin Fetty a definite head scratcher. I don't know what that was all about, but man, they're going to lose a ton of track position now because all these guys up here, man, that's going to be tough for them, I think, to get back up to the front now with all these guys up front here on fresh tires too.
Now, I'm not sure what his tire count is at, because earlier in that first caution before the first stage ended, he pitted, and then he pitted again at the end of stage 1. So, let's see. I don't know if he can get any more tires. I think that's his last set.
Well, let's see. He pitted on the first caution, and then he pitted on the stage 1 caution. Those two.
He kept the one he started on, so that's 3.
He pitted on the stage. Yeah, he kept the one he started on, so that's 3. Then he pitted on the stage 2 caution, so there's 4. And then he pitted on the. I'm thinking he's over allocated on that.
Unless he didn't take tires on one of those stops and we didn't catch it. Yeah, I think he might be an issue here.
Yeah, if he didn't take tires on one of those last stops, I think he may have just over allocated his tire sets there. I think he might have went over by 1.
There's a possible chance that maybe he didn't. When he was when the caution came out, he might have not took tires. He might have just took fuel.
He might have actually rolled on through pit road too, though.
I know he at least stopped.
Yeah. Why don't you get him going this time, Charles?
All right.
I'm actually going to run back here and see, while you're doing that, what happened to William Hartman. I'm thinking he might have just rolled through pit road.
I think he at least stopped. He had to, because I do believe my stint thing would have told me that. But there we go. Pace cars dropping down into pit lane.
Green flag.
And green flag, we're back underway here at Chicagoland from Top Shelf AllDetailing.com 200.
And that is exactly what happened when the caution came out there. When he committed the pit road, he rolled on through.
He did?
Stopped.
Okay. So, but still, he has no more tires still.
Yeah,
so.
he has no more tires, yeah.
All right, man.
Oh, we got another
crash
caution.
in the back.
Oh, David Gervais again, and gets into Kevin Fetty. And they also collect Daniel Jackson and Robert McFarland. Ooh, not a good sight. Robert McFarland's engine is smoking, and so is Daniel Jackson's engine smoking as well. I think maybe David Gervais's might have been too. I'm not too sure.
Yeah, it looked like David was trying to make a move on the outside of Kevin Fetty, and he got loose and just turned right into Kevin Fetty.
He did, yeah. David Gervais's engine is not smoking, no. But we sadly do have Robert McFarland and Daniel Jackson's engine smoking, so it looks like those two's night, sadly, here is finished.
I will say, good job by Scott Seaman there at the end to miss all that.
Yeah, very good job by him, indeed. Well, this is caution number 3 now. And we'll see if these guys pit this time by. If they don't, I think we'll get word in with somebody here. Rusko, you got a copy?
I do.
Well, we don't get to talk to you much over here at SSCA, but man, you got a very good run out here tonight. You're in the top 10 right now. What's your thoughts on this race and going forward?
Well, I hope I get lucky because that's what it's going to boil down to, and got lucky to get where I'm at and just try to stay out of trouble and keep my nose clean, you know. So wish me luck.
Exactly. Well, how's that truck feeling out there tonight? It seemed like a lot of the guys out there really wanted to run that high lane at the beginning of the race, but it seems like now it's kind of went downhill a little bit, and most of the guys are starting to go back down to that low lane. What's it feel like out there for you on track conditions?
Personally, I like hitting that low line around the corner. Kind of helps the truck turn a little bit, and kind of hit the outside and then just dive in. But I don't know. It seems to work on the high line for other people.
Exactly, it does. All right, Russ. Well, thanks for talking with us here, and good luck at the rest of your race.
Thank you very much, and I hope we take the trailer trash lot 420 truck to the front.
Exactly. Hope you do too. All right. Have a good rest of your race.
Thank you.
Alrighty, well, is the light still on the pace car here? Let's get a word in with somebody else here. Let's,
I was just going to say, the admins actually felt that Kevin Fetty caused that wreck.
Oh, okay.
Which is interesting, right?
Yeah, very interesting. Chris Scala, you got a copy?
Yeah, 10-4.
Well, Chris, how's the truck feeling out there tonight? What's the track conditions like to you?
Truck feels great. Definitely not the fastest, but I got a top 3-er, I think. Track's been awesome. I love the new build so far. I mean, I only had about 5 laps of practice, literally, and then qualifying. So the Fred J. Moyer Plumbing Toyota is pretty good. Got one to go here. I think Judd's going to take the outside, and we'll see what happens.
All right, well, you got that fast truck, William Hartman, behind you here, a couple of trucks back. I think he's going to be another factor here. What's your thoughts on keeping him behind you?
Yeah, William Hartman's pretty tough, but we'll see. That's why we race.
Well, you said Harvick. I think that might be a fitting name for him now, since we know Kevin Harvick's been fast this season in NASCAR. So I think I might start calling him. I'm just kidding. But all right, Chris, thanks for talking with us here. Good luck in the rest of your race.
Thanks.
All righty, folks. Well, you heard it there. The admins said that they think Kevin Fetty's one caused that one, and there you also heard from Russ Coe and Chris Scala. And it looks like Judd Danielson's going to restart on the outside here on this restart. The first driver to do that all night here so far. We'll see how it plays out for him here. He's got Chris Scala to his inside. Behind him, he's got Michael Dullard and Joe Johnson. And behind those two, it is Jason Eisenhower and William Hartman. And that's the highest I've seen Jason Eisenhower in that Sim Speed Shop truck tonight. He's doing a fantastic job right now.
Green flag, green flag.
There's a green flag. We're back underway here. Chicago for Top Chef Auto Detailing.com 200.
And I was on replay, so I apologize about that, folks. I was about to turn behind. But glad that Charles is here to back me up on that one. And we're back under green flag conditions here at Chicagoland as Judd Danielson does have a great lead. We've got a slow truck here in front of these guys. I think that's Robert McFarland. Yes, it is. He's going to drop it down to the bottom, and he's going to let these guys go by.
Ooh, very close there between Chris Scala and the 18 of Joe Johnson. They almost touched.
Yeah.
Ooh, they almost
Man, those two are getting racy back here. Look at what three wide.
3 wide.
Man, William Hartman is determined to get up there to Judd Danielson. Man, here comes Michael Dullard. Is he going to take him 3 wide now? And OP's going to back out of that. He's like, I don't think I need to do that. I think I'm just pressing my luck on that. Oh, we got a truck there. Who was that on the apron? That was Mark McFadden.
McFadden, yeah.
He was going a lap down in the midst of that anyway. If that wouldn't have happened, but what happened to him? He was coming off pit road. So he was actually driving on the apron there anyway. I'm trying to figure out why he was sideways there. Like he just got loose under acceleration on the apron there. The back end of the truck got around on him a little bit there, but he done a nice job keeping it down there on the bottom. And we see Mark McFadden coming back down pit lane. And Mark McFadden, yeah, he did. Mark McFadden slid into his pit box there, coming back into pit road. And he's going to sit there now for a little bit. And it looks like he's going to maybe get some damage repair here. Back up front here, we've got Judd Danielson. He's got William Hartman right behind him. Williams looking to get back into the lead here. As we have about 19 laps of racing remaining here from Chicagoland. Daniel Jackson takes his truck behind the wall. So now there's two drivers completely out of this race. It's Steve Seegers, David Gervais, and Mark McFadden coming from, I thought he was sitting, but Mark's back out on track now, so we've got just David Gervais and Steve Seegers sitting on pit road as we have Daniel Jackson and Jeff Martin completely out of this race. Art McFarland is 2 laps down, heavy damage to that 00 truck, and Mark McFadden is 2 laps down as well. And Mike Donahue last truck on the lead lap, so that damage still impacting his race here, sadly. But back up front, we've got William Hartman taking over the lead from Judd Danielson. Michael Dullard now starting to catch up to the back of Chris Scala's truck here. Chris Scala here in a very few couple of seconds is going to have some company to hold off. And we've got Joe Johnson trying to hold off Ray Richard. And we've got Jason Eisenhower trying to hold off Kevin Fetty as Kevin's trying to hold off Sean. And as Sean's trying to hold off Ralph Vanderhorst. And then we've got Jeffrey Johnson Jr. back here trying to catch up to these guys. Russ Coe's a little bit back from Jeffrey. And then Scott Siemens a little bit back from Russ. And Mike Donahue is a little bit back from Scott. So these guys back here are kind of spread out. But then right here around 11th, 10th, 9th, 8th, and 7th positions. And almost up to 6th. We've got a good group of trucks here. There's Ray Richard looking to the inside of Joe Johnson trying to get into the top 5 here. These two battling side by side here, coming to the start-finish line. Ray Richards actually going to take the position at the start-finish line, but he's not going to completely clear Joe Johnson, and looks like that time he will coming into turn 1. Joe Johnson battling back hard on the outside. I think Ray Richards got enough momentum to close the door there on him coming off turn 2, and he will take 5th position from Joe Johnson. But Joe Johnson looking to the inside here, going into turn 3. Not enough steam to get under him there, and he's going to stay in 6th for right now. As we look back here, Jason Eisenhower racing with Kevin Fetty. Kevin Fetty trying to get around Jason here and get into 7th position. Sean Kalis trying to stay ahead of Ralph Vorst as Ralph is trying to get around him 4th, 8th position. I'll tell you that's 9th. Kevin Fetty is in 8th, excuse me. And Jeffrey Johnson Jr. running in 11th. Let's give you a little bit of a rundown here on tonight's race. Your pole sitter, William Hartman, is the race leader right now. Judd Danielson started 10th, running in 2nd. Chris Scala started 9th, running in 3rd. Michael Dullard started 6th, running in 4th. Ray Richard started 7th, running in 5th. Joe Johnson started 17th, running in 6th. Jason Eisenhower started 18th, running in 7th. Kevin Fetty started 2nd, running in 8th. Sean Kalis started 8th, running in 9th. Ralph Vanderhorst started 4th, running in 10th. Jeffrey Johnson Jr. started 13th, running in 11th. Russ Coe started last on the field in 20th position. He is running in 12th. Scott Siemens started 3rd, running in 13th. Mike Donahue started 12th, running in 14th. Mark McFadden started, I believe it. Yeah, okay, no, I said that wrong. Started 21st. Mark McFadden started 20th, running in 15th. Robert McFarland started 14th, running in 16th. David Gervais is currently scored in 17th, sitting on pit road, but he started 15th. And Steve Seegers started 16th and is currently scored in 20th, sitting on pit road. Jeff Martin and Daniel Jackson are out of this race. And he's the admin. I think he signed up to the room. But so everybody started this race. Nope, not a lot of laps to go, and they come back around the line this time by. We'll have 10 laps of racing remaining here from Chicagoland. Don't forget, folks, they do have an off week here next Wednesday. They won't be racing over here in the Truck Series next Wednesday, but the Wednesday after that, these guys will be back in racing action at Kentucky.
All right, man. Caution.
Oh, and we've got a caution. Oh, Jason Eisenhower. Looks like he got into Ralph Vandervorst, and then he got shoved into somebody else after that happened. Let's go back and
Johnson
take a look.
Jr., I do believe.
Yeah, they were going 3 wide. Yeah, you're right about that, Charles. Yeah, these guys were going 3 wide coming off turn 2. Ralph Forst had no room left. He was right at the wall. Sean Kalist was in the wall in front of him, so I think that slowed him down. Jason Eisenhower come up the racetrack, contact with Ralph, and come back down into Jeffrey Johnson Jr. And wow, go back and look at that. What a job Kevin Fetty did to get around that.
Yes, he did. Now this is going to set up, if you get any tires left, do you take them?
Of course. There'll be fresher tires, and you might be able to come up through here and get a win or possible top 3 finish out of this. I mean, because I don't know. I think William Hartman's out of tires. I'm not too sure. And we see Chris Scala hitting pit road. And a lot of others are coming down pit road too, except for Michael Dullard. He's going to stay out for some track position here. Yeah, and Judd. I don't know if anybody stayed out behind Michael or not, though. I think most everybody else came down pit road.
Stayed out? Actually, no.
Let's see. Yes, Ralph Vandervoort stayed out. Kevin Fetty stayed out. Russ Coe stayed out.
We saw earlier how big new tires were.
Yes.
So I really expect these guys with new tires, they're really going to be able to come up through the field.
But they're going to have a lot of trucks in between them. I mean, there's 6 trucks that stayed out here. So, I mean, that's still going to be a lot of ground to cover, even for fresh tires.
And I'm seeing 7 trucks. Jason Eisenhower also stayed out.
Yes, he did, didn't he?
Yeah.
He was the one involved in that crash. I figured he would have went down pit road there. Did he go that down?
I would say, I don't know if he caught, I don't know who they're going to say. And yes, they say Jason caused that, and they just gave him an UOL.
Yes, they did.
So, unless he doesn't have any more tires, he might as well pit.
Exactly. And that's a good possibility. He may not have any more tires.
I think from here on out, if we have another caution, we might have to have a green-white checkered.
I think you're right. We'll see exactly how this plays out here. And this has been one fun race to watch, though. I didn't think we would have as many cautions as we did have, having only one caution in stage 1 and then running stage 2 caution free. And now the final part of the race here has just been bestowed by 3 cautions, and that is not what these drivers wanted to see. But it's going to re-rack everybody here, and they're going to give it another shot to the finish of this race. I think when they get going, it's probably going to be about 4, maybe 3 laps to go, maybe 5. But if it is only 5 laps to go, they get the restart. That means if another caution flag comes out, it's going to have to go to green, white, checker. And if everybody here and watching the race here now on MaxSpeedTV, if you're all familiar with iRacing, no, iRacing does not have green, white checkers enabled. They don't have that on their service, but SSCA does their own green, white checker restarts. What they do is they wait for the pace car to turn its lights out after the checkered flag, and it'll go around one more lap. It'll pull in, and then when that happens, the admins will control it themselves and give the drivers 2 extra laps. And then because they also have their own point system and everything like that, so they are able to do it that way. I think it's very interesting too for them to be able to have their own point system, be able to do these green, white checker restarts, but they only get 1 attempt at it.
Yep, I'm going to keep my eye on Chris Scala. All the guys that pitted, he's been one of the consistently fast drivers, so I'm going to keep my eye on him to come up to the field.
I think you're right about that. We will definitely keep our eye on him and make sure we'll see if he can come up through here. But I'm also going to keep my eye on the 67 and 17 since they didn't take time. Oh, 17
what?
just wrecked! He hit Michael Dollard! Oh no!
Yeah, what was that? Looks like he was warming his tires up.
Oh no, and that gave Ralph Vorst engine damage. Ralph's night's done.
Alright, man. Like the back on the pace car, we're not going green this
And
time.
they've thrown the caution flag back out here, folks. We're going to get our lap. Wow. Did not see that coming. Lights are back out on the pace car. We're going to wait to see how they get everybody relined back up here. Looks like they're going to let Judd Danielson keep his position. But that just took a few trucks out of this, and that right there played in the favor of Chris Scala, I think.
I don't know. That gives less laps, though, too.
It does, yeah.
He needed all the laps he can get.
Yeah. Yeah, because now when we get green, there's only going to be about 3 laps to go, so yeah. That gave Judd Danielson a lot of damage. He's already on old tires, so I think that might have just hurt his chances. And they also gave damage to Michael Dollard, so it looks like maybe... we got another truck blowing his motor.
Yeah,
Who was that? Ray Richard. Oh, my. Are they going to rethrow the caution again on that one? Nope, pace car's headed in. There's a green flag. We're back underway here in Chicagoland after this crazy caution. Judd Danielson, major problems now. And that just allowed William Hartman to pull away majorly on this. And we're going to see, it looks like Kevin Fetty may be able to take over position here from Michael Dollard, as it looks like he now has a ton of damage as well. It's really affecting his truck. And here comes Chris Scala. William Hartman coming to line, 2 to go. Chris Scala up in the second.
Yeah, he's coming. I don't know if he's got enough time though.
I don't think he does. I think he needs at least 1 or 2 more laps extra. I don't know though. He's coming pretty fast.
He is coming in a hurry as we're coming to the white flag.
That's what fresh tires will do for you. William Hartman in trouble with those old tires. as we got the white flag now. Last lap. Can Chris Scala close in and get the hill?
Oh, he was put him right to his bumper. And he might have got a little loose there, and he got to sign him.
Drag race down the back straightaway. Who's it going to be? Chris Scala or William Hartman?
Chris Scala is going to clear him with ease.
Yes. Chris Scala, nothing happens. He's got this in the bag now. He's going to get it. Coming to the checkered flag. Chris Scala is your winner tonight here for the Top Shelf Auto Detailing 200 at Chicagoland. Congratulations to Chris.
Whew, hate to say it, but I called that.
Yes, you did. All right, we'll let these guys get settled in here, and we'll get into the top 3 here shortly. Sean Kalis will come in 3rd. So where did he come from to pass Kevin Petty?
Well, he had fresher tires too, so
He did, yeah. All right, well, let's grab Sean Kalis and have a word with him. Where is Mr. Kalis? There he is. Sean Kalis, you got a copy?
Yeah, 10-4.
Well, Sean, you took tires on that last caution there, and it paid off for you. You got 3rd. Tell us about it.
Well, I knew going in early there was a real early caution, and decided, hey, let's take 2. We've only got about 10 left in that first stage, so I did that, and it kind of hurt me in the second stage. I think I ended up 12th, but I knew I was going to have that extra 2 tires left just in case if something happened near the end, and sure enough it did, and it really it paid off. It worked out good.
That it did. That was just a crazy, bizarre finish to this race. Tell us what your thoughts were on this last caution.
Oh, I think, what happened under caution, I think that's just an unfortunate incident. But no, racing was good all night. The truck was, if you ran that high line, it hooked up really good. If you got down, towards the middle, just above, you were going to be wicked loose. I was wicked loose a couple times, and it almost went around on me, but it was fun, and glad to be back up in the top 3 again. It's been some weeks since I've been up here. Had some unfortunate miscues, but glad to be back.
And hey, what a reprieve it is to finally get back into the top 3 here after having some tough luck. Well, with that being said, what's your thoughts? You got a week off here in the trucks, and then a couple weeks later you'll be going to Kentucky. What's your thoughts about racing at Kentucky?
I believe it's at night, if I'm not mistaken. So Kentucky's a track that I really like. Dave Washington, our coach, he's helped us a lot there, and hopefully have something for him when we get there.
Awesome. All right, Sean, well, once again, congratulations on your 3rd place finish tonight. Do you have anybody that you'd like to give thanks or shout to before you go celebrate?
Oh, I'd just like to thank our sponsor, my wife and I, BarbaraandSeanSkincare.com, and thank her for letting me do this on Wednesday nights.
Awesome. All right, Sean, well, congratulations once again on your top 3 finish, and good luck in next race at Kentucky.
Hey, 10-4, guys, I really appreciate it.
All right, let's get a word in here with William Hartman. William Hartman, you got a copy?
Yes, I do.
Well, man, tell us about that last leg of that race there, man. Chris Scala really beat down on you there on that one.
Yeah, it was really unfortunate to see that caution come out late. Felt like we were sitting in a pretty good spot there with just a few laps left, and I knew that everyone else had a set of tires, but because I hit the wall early in the race, I had to come down and get damage repaired and put a set of tires on, so I was down a set at the end. So really, really unfortunate. Hate to see it end that way, but congratulations to Chris. He ran a heck of a race and had the right pit call there at the end, putting on those fresh tires and really able to make quick work of us.
Yeah, but still not a loss. You got a stage win still tonight, and that'll still go to your, points, efforts and your points total. So, still great, run overall. Still getting a top 3 finish. What was your thoughts in coming in tonight's race here at Chicagoland?
Yeah, well, I mean, after the last few mile and a halves that we've had a lot of really good luck. So, really was looking forward to this race, and I think it went as well as I could have expected. We put ourselves in a position to win there at the end. Picked up a playoff point to kind of add to our total, and that's kind of what our goal is for the rest of the season: is just pick up as many of those as we can, try and set ourselves up well for the chase. So, overall, I think it was a really good night. Still, the most disappointing position to finish in, but you know what? We'll take this and know that we had a really, really fast race truck and move on.
Yeah, well, was there any? I really didn't look at the release notes too well. I just know that they added, a new track and they made a car free or something like that. I know they've done a lot of work to a lot of cars. Did they make any changes to the truck that I maybe have missed? And if they did, do you feel that it was better or worse?
Yeah, so the truck did get a little bit of a suspension change. Just trying to, I think, more accurately model real world, and in doing so, they definitely did change the setup quite a bit. So I think it was for the better. The setup was actually really, really fun. Super tight beginning of the run. Started to transition to pretty loose off the corner. You really had to be up on the wheel the whole run and kind of save your stuff throughout the course of a run, and you'd really see who could do that towards the end. So overall, I think it was a really, really good setup. Really a lot of fun, but definitely was a departure from what we saw when we were testing last week. So that did kind of reset everyone coming into this week and reset all your practice. So still, I thought it was a change for the good and definitely a really fun setup.
Awesome. Well, William, congratulations on your second place finish here tonight. What's your thoughts in a couple weeks when you guys go to Kentucky?
I'm really, really liking the mile and a halves right now, so I think that kind of plays into our hand a little bit going to Kentucky, and that's a track that I've generally had a lot of success at. So we'll really be looking forward to that. Put in a bunch of practice time and make sure we're up to speed and ready to go.
Awesome. All right, William. Well, you got second tonight. Do you have anybody you'd like to give thanks or shout to before you go celebrate?
Yeah, I'd love to thank you guys up at MaxSpeedTV for putting on a great broadcast. Thank all the guys at SSCA. Put together a great league. I know things were a little rough today, and those guys handled it perfectly. Can't thank those guys enough. And then guys over at Savage for all the help that they provide me. Definitely a great group to be a part of.
Awesome. All right. Well, once again, congratulations on your stage win tonight and your second place finish. Congratulations, and good luck in a few weeks when you return to Kentucky.
All right. Thanks, guys.
All righty, folks. Let's get your winner up here, Chris Scala. Chris Scala, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, Chris, we talked to you earlier, and you said that you thought you might have only had a third, top 3 truck. Thought it might have been around top 3, but wow, you took tires and you pulled out the win. Tell us how it feels.
Feels pretty good. After that Iowa race 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, however long it's been, I kind of had to step back and was like, you know what, dude? You've won one race and you've not finished the rest. And I said to myself, we got to change this. And last week at Pocono, yeah, I had a little whoopsies on the restart at the last lap, but still got a fourth, and that helped us to tonight. And it's a nice win. It's I'm happy to get one for Darren Moyer and Fred J. Moyer Plumbing, because the guy's been sponsoring everything of mine from previous leagues, teams I was on and stuff, and to be able to get this guy a victory finally, definitely happy for him.
Awesome.
Appreciate the fans for watching, and tell you what, the racing was great. Tires won the race.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, tires won the race. Well, with that being said, what was your thoughts coming up before that caution happened and you was able to get tires? Where did you think that you would possibly finish at if that wouldn't have played through?
Oh, I was going to be third or fourth. I mean, William was fastest and Judd was right there, and then I could run with Judd for about a corner, and then he would get me in the next corner and that kind of thing. We'd just go back and forth. But Michael in the 15 there gave me a good run there for third in that last run. But I knew I had a top 5 truck pretty much. Stage 1 when it had green run to start it, and I was like, wait a minute, this thing's passing trucks. And then stage 2, I went from like, I don't know, 6th to 2nd or something like that within a lap. I was like, wow, this thing does have something, and I just needed to catch a break.
Yeah, and you called it, and great job on getting the win tonight. Well, what did the with the news? Because I know the trucks do have a suspension change on them from the build yesterday, and William said that he felt it was for the better. What's your thoughts on the new suspension change that they've added to these trucks here?
To be honest, I don't even really know much of what they did. I'm more like Colt Trickle here. I don't know much. I just drive them. But basically, I mean, it felt good. I'll say that. I mean, it was definitely cool to see the tire wear and what grip you had on the track. And turn 2, you almost felt like you were on a dirt track coming out of that corner, and that was kind of cool. But yeah, whatever they did, I like it so far. It's been fun and put on some good racing tonight.
It sure did. Well, you got the win here tonight. It's a 1.5 mile track, and you're going to have a week off here next Wednesday, and then you're going to go into Kentucky the following after that. Another 1.5 mile track back-to-back here. What's your thoughts on Kentucky?
Kentucky's been hit or miss. Yeah, I've either had good runs or bad runs, which pretty much everybody is in that situation. But I like the track. It's fun. It's bumpy. It's the old Kentucky, which means it's the old 15 degrees of banking, and it's got all the bumps and everything in it, so it's definitely going to bring on some good racing. Looking forward to running with the guys. They've been it's been a fun season so far to be a part of, and just looking forward to getting out there in the Bluegrass State, and hey, I get to say I'm the winner for the next 2 weeks.
Awesome. All right, Chris, well, once again, congratulations on your win here tonight at Chicagoland. Do you have anybody that you'd like to give thanks or shout to before you go celebrate?
Yeah, absolutely. Fred J. Moyer, Plumbing, of course, Darren Moyer, those guys out of Pennsylvania. Appreciate their support. AdPro.com. Top Shelf for sponsoring a race tonight. I should say Max Speed. Sorry, guys. Max Speed. Rudy, I'll pay you later. And, of course, Sim Speed Shop. Those guys, everybody, for all the sponsors that help put this thing together, all the viewers, the drivers for racing clean. And, yeah, thanks, MaxSpeedTV.
All right, Chris. Well, once again, congratulations on your win tonight, and good luck at Kentucky in a few weeks.
10-4. Thanks, guys.
All righty, folks. Well, let's run down through your finishing results here, and we'll close this one out. Chris Scala will come home with the win here tonight. Great job from him after starting from 9th position. Pole sitter William Hartman will come home in 2nd place. Sean Kalist will come home in 3rd. Kevin Fetty, 4th. Jeffrey Johnson Jr., great run for him tonight. He'll finish in 5th. Michael Dullard will finish 6th. Scott Seaman, wow, he had a great run at the end there, Charles, and he got all the way back up to 7th position. Mike Donahue will finish in 8th. Joe Johnson will finish 9th. And Russ Coe, wow, another great run there. Russ Coe will finish in 10th position tonight and get a top 10. Jason Eisenhower will finish 11th. And Judd Danielson, tough break there with what happened there underneath that caution. And we still... I think it might have been just where he looked like he was warming up his tires there and lost control of the truck, but he'll finish 12th, the last truck on the lead lap after that incident. Mark McFadden finished 13th, first truck 1 lap down. Ray Richer will finish in 14th. Ralph Vandervorst, man, tough break there with him, getting involved in that incident there with Judd Danielson there, and that popped his motor, and he'll finish in 15th. Robert McFarland will finish 16th. David Gervais will finish 17th. Daniel Jackson 18th. Jeff Martin will finish 19th, and Steve Seegers will finish in 20th position. Thanks for tuning in tonight, folks, here to Chicagoland here for the Top Shelf Auto Detailing 200 for round number 11 here of the Michelangelo's Painting Truck Series here for SSCA. Hope you enjoyed tonight's broadcast here on MaxSpeedTV. We do apologize for the technical difficulties we did have at the beginning. We did miss the first 2 laps, but man, we didn't miss any of the action. We know that for a fact. The action come later on in the race, and man, I say, Charles, that was some action that we did see there, and it really did heat up at the end of that race. Well, with that being said, folks, I'm Jeff Dotson alongside Charles Smith and Michael D'Amico on the cameras. Until next time at Kentucky, have a good night.
Two wheels in the open road, life and death in my own hands. Through all that I have seen, 'cause all I need is white lines of gasoline, white lines of gasoline, white lines of gasoline, white lines of gasoline. We believe in the American way, and we built this country called the USA, and we fly our flag 'cause we're proud and free, we're Americans. Red, white, and blue is our way of life,